that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Yeah. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Yeah. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, take now. Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy.
Good morning.
Is the mic on? Dear colleagues, dear friends, dear guests, it's my honor as the president of the Society for Maternal-Fetal Medicine to welcome you to the 35th annual meeting, the pregnancy meeting. It is indeed a great privilege to be here today. I do so in representations of the board, all the colleagues, all of you are members. I'll review quite a few accomplishments that SMFM has had during the year, and the credit goes all to you. For the first time this year, I'll review a lot more than just the meeting. This is a wonderful meeting, but SMFM is a lot more than that. It will also be my pleasure to present the Lifetime Achievement Award. I felt this year we should focus on mother and baby first, with the aim to decrease maternal and perinatal morbidity and mortality. This is what I see happen in every pregnancy. This is the outcome we want, but it doesn't always go that way. We had a maternal death just last month at my institution. A woman transferred already septic and in DIC from another institution. In fact, we had 864 maternal deaths in the US in 2013, a 75% increase over the last 10 years. This is a disgrace. We have to do better. We have to set goals and achieve them, as you'll see in the next few slides. The rate has increased to 22 per 100,000 live births, an 82% increase. We're doing lots of things at SMFM to try to decrease this rate. We are working with ACOG, setting bundles for hypertension, thromboembolism, OB hemorrhage, some of the main causes of maternal death. We had a wonderful meeting on Monday with many partners, including the CDC. Another aim is to get better numbers so we know exactly why these deaths happen. So we have to pull this bar down altogether. We have indeed changed history for preterm birth. The rate has gone down, as you know, 11% over the last 7 years. I think the research done by many of you here on 17P, vaginal progesterone and cerclage, has indeed helped and changed history. Fetal deaths or stillbirths have decreased about 7% in the last 10 years. Neonatal deaths have decreased 13% over the last 10 years. So for the first time, we had less than 40,000 perinatal deaths in the US. That's the glass half full. But if you think about it, that's one perinatal death every 13 minutes. We can do better. The rate decreased 8% from 11 to 10 over 1,000 live births and fetal deaths. Again, this is progress, but I know that together we can make the world a better and a safer place for our babies. We have to together. We are about optimization of pregnancy and perinatal outcomes. We are dedicated to improving maternal and child outcomes, raising the standards of prevention and stress prevention, diagnosis and treatment of maternal and fetal disease through support of the clinical practice, research, education, advocacy, and health policy leadership. And our vision is a global vision, and that's why I wanted to make it this year's theme. I learn the most when I interact with my friends from outside the US, when I go to foreign meetings, when I read their guidelines, at times so different from ours. Every difference to me is a research study. And that's why this year I wanted to have the theme, the international theme. We invited the WHO coordinator for perinatal health, Metin Gulmezoglu. Thank you, Metin, for being our honorary member. We have the FIGO Secretary General, Giancarlo Di Renzo. We have Zarko Afirovic, the Cochrane Coordinator for Pregnancy here, embedded in our scientific meeting. The ABOG SMFM lecture is going to be given by Ben Mo, one of my favorite subjects, collaborations on multi-center, multinational randomized studies and patient-level meta-analysis. 26% of all the science here is from outside the US. 17% of you are from outside the US. SMFM now is ambassadors in 6 continents. We're working on Antarctica, but we have it everywhere else. So I want to not only welcome all of you, but also say bienvenido, bienvenue, benvenuti a tutti, and I'll stop there at the languages I can fake the best. We're done with a previous strategic plan. We have a new one, very ambitious and aggressive, and we can only get it done with the help of our great committees and sister organizations. And that's why I would like many of you now to get up. All of you who participate in committees, please get up now. All of you who are on the board, that means you, Brian, as well. All of you who participate in our meeting in the past as well, thank you for all you've done. Thank you. I pushed everybody very hard all year. There are lots going on. I want to make you aware of that. That's why we're presenting this for the first time, so you can take advantage of what's going on at SMFM, and you can also come up with better ideas and contribute. Membership-wise, over 92% of you SMFMs are members of our societies. And if you're not, John will hunt you down. He's relentless, and I thank the many of you who have signed up recently. We have a drive for international members with a 50% discount. And when you sign up, please give us your demographics in detail so we can better serve you knowing who you are. Membership has increased 54%. As you can see, 2014 was one of our biggest increases ever. In the last couple of months, we've had a 20% increase just in international members. Thank you. This year's program chair is Andy Halfgott. As you know, Andy unfortunately passed away September 7th, 2014. I have great memories of Andy. He was very much looking forward to this meeting. One of the best memories I have, he would tell us after his first therapies made him a little bit better, that SMFM was keeping him alive because he felt wanted, because he felt important, because he felt loved. We have a special run, the fun run on Saturday morning at 6:30. I'm going to run it. I hope many of you will do. He will want us to celebrate his life. He left $100,000 from his estate to SMFM, the biggest single gift the society has ever had. My gratitude goes to Sean, Bob, and Joanne for a great work with the program. Donna Johnson helped them with record numbers of abstracts. So I'm going to call Sean up here. This has been a great teamwork, as everything at SMFM. They don't care who gets the credit, like all other teams. They do great work. And I want to congratulate him because the biggest record we had for attendance was 2,050 in the past. As of yesterday afternoon, we have over 2,500 registrants to this meeting, the biggest record ever. So, well done.
Like Vincenzo mentioned, being on the program committee is a team sport. This year was a particular challenge just with the amount of work that needed to be done, and it really is a testament to the spirit and the nature of SMFM partnership for Bob and Joanne and I to work with Pat Starr and Terry Mobley, and then the board to work to put together this meeting. This meeting, there will be almost 2,000 SMFM members here. It's a great meeting. How can anybody not be happy to be in San Diego? You know, so far, the meeting started on Sunday. So the postgraduate courses, there were 12 postgraduate courses. Over 1,600 people were registered for them. There were 16 scientific forums yesterday, the largest that we've ever had, and over 1,700 people participated. Another event that had the most number of registrants was the ability for members to sit down and talk to and listen to the editorial teams from the American Journal, from the Green Journal, and from BJOG. If you didn't get a chance to do that this year, in the future, I think it'd be a great opportunity, especially if you are doing your career of writing papers and being a part of the editorial process. In addition, we've got a really strong showing with the luncheon roundtables. If you haven't registered for any of those and you're really interested, there are a few openings for today and tomorrow, and you can go to the check-in and test that. This is an amazing graph here. This shows the growth of the number of abstract submissions that the Society has had over the last 10 years. Had over 1,800 this year, an amazing number. The accept rate of our work was about 49% this year. So a tremendous, even with the growth, a very high amount of quality, just terrific stuff. There are 86 oral presentations as part of this meeting. We've had the largest number of randomized controlled trials that were both submitted and were accepted for a presentation. There are over 800 posters. 17% of all of the work being presented here are being presented as a first author by a fellow. And in addition, we've expanded the amount of electronic posters that we're doing. We're trying to stay ahead of the curve, doing new things. If you have an electronic poster, give us feedback on what you like about it, what we can do better, how you think it works, because that's the future and we want to stay current and keep doing a great job. We wouldn't be able to have such a wonderful, fantastic, and successful meeting without our partners from industry and the work that's done as part of the corporate council. So with that, I want to just ask you all to say thank you to our corporate partners as part of the sessions in between posters and other areas. They really contribute to our meeting and it makes a big difference. So thank you very much, and you all have a great meeting. Vincenzo?
Come tomorrow afternoon. The program will continue, obviously. We have a wonderful program for you at 5:15. Tomorrow, right here, we have 3 great events. The late-breaking research presentations, the special lecture from Metin on global health. We can't wait for that. And the President's Award ceremony. It will be like the Oscars, Please come. Enjoy the research, but also come and celebrate your peers, your own research, your friends' research. It will be great. I expect all of you to be here tomorrow, 5:15 here. So what happened to all these great abstracts that, again, Sean and his wonderful team put together for us? Go and look at the abstract 399. Tracy Manick has done a great job finding out that 57% of them get published. We want to see 100%, but over 3/4 of the orals get published in approximately 1 year. AJOC publishes approximately 43% of them through the great work of the editorial review committee. We want to play to our strengths, so in the last couple of months we made a new committee called the Research Committee. They're not going to really do research, but they're going to try to foster and increase the impact and quality of research in MFM. They have subcommittees already on the role and value of MFMs, on making data sets available for all of us to do research on funding, implementation, registries, and large clinical trial collaboration. It's a great team, and we expect great things from them. The Publication Committee is one of the busiest and best committees we have. Sean has done a wonderful work. We have now over 70 evidence-based, high-quality guidelines and consults. The newest one just came out on eye drops and fetal anemia. You'll see this month NIPT. I'm sure you're all waiting for that one. And we published a couple months ago the role of MFM specialist. We also signed an official agreement in April of 2014 with AJOG, with them being now our official journal. And we thank Drs. Romero and Nygaard for being outstanding partners together with their staff. This is another relatively new committee as well, the Guideline Committee. We wanted to make sure all of these guidelines were easily accessible on the web, and they're actually for free for all of you to see, here in the US or abroad, members or not, at smfm.org/publications. As you can see, there's a quick summary of the publication, so you can use it every day. You can also look at the PDF and by a link, and also use the slides. You can download them and use in your lectures every day. We wanted to make this a comprehensive site that, again, you can use in your clinics frequently. We also have patient education pieces with these guidelines and consults, so that you can give them to your patients, because after all, they're the ones we really want to affect and help. We're going to have soon checklists so that you can implement the recommendations, and these are put together by the Patient Safety and Quality Committee. Bill is a great team. Bill is a great friend. As you can see, he never ages. He ages better than us. And he's the one who came up with the Happiest MFM as my favorite nickname. So Pernell Quality Foundation is one of our 3 sister organizations. They have done great work on NT. They've reviewed over 2.5 million NTs already. They have a new program near and dear to my heart on cervical length education and review called CLEAR. And the newest program is on fetal monitoring credentialing. I know you all care about the quality of what you do. Please go and sign up for these great programs if you haven't already. I want to highlight 2 more publications from the Publications Committee. The first one is the SMFM State of Pregnancy monograph by the great team of Brenna and Cynthia. It's in your packet. I know many of you have enjoyed it already. And also Levels of Maternal Care. It's the newest OB Care Consensus Guidelines that we did together with our great friends at ACOG. And again, I thank them personally and on behalf of SMFM for such great collaboration. Kay Menard led this team, and they came up, as you can see, with these levels of maternal care. They complement, but they're distinct from neonatal levels of care. And I think if this were around, the patients we lost last month would be alive today if she had an earlier transfer. So I can't wait for this, kind of the next stage, stage 2, implementation, which again ACOG has taken on and we will collaborate on. This will be extremely important. The Risk Management Committee keeps us all straight and a very low risk for legal issues for all manuscripts and activities. SMFM is very much dedicated also to young minds, to residents and fellows. This is a picture of the 2010 first retreat we did. This is thriving. We have all first-year fellows basically coming to this fellowship. It's been a great success. If you've been to one of these fellowships, please give back. Even $100 would be great so we can continue to keep it going. I know you all loved it. Sean and his team, Sunit and his team have put together over 120 evidence-based lectures. There are 2 new ones every month. and you can find them again for free at smfm.org/fellowship/lectures. Great lectures for all of you to see, evidence-based. The Pregnancy Foundation is another gem of an organization. Mary Dalton is at the helm. The Pregnancy Foundation AAOGF Scholarship awards $120,000 to great scholars of today and tomorrow, with the latest recipient being Joe Hart. Congratulations, you can get up and you can take the next applause. I want also the Quilligan Scholars awardee to get up. These are residents who have won support from the Pregnancy Foundation for education. Dr. Afshar, please get up. Balaya, Klap, Eke, and Ahmad. Congratulations. The Global Health Committee has been very busy. Blair really pushed for this official agreement with WHO. As you can see, Blair cares so much about global health that she only takes pictures with a global map in the background. As usual, this could only get done together with a team, with the Pregnancy Foundation in this matter. Now we actually have 4 Queen and Global Health Fellowships with the WHO, but also with African programs, investigator-initiated, and for faculty from resource-limited settings. You can go and get an application at the Pregnancy Foundation booth, number 300. The fundraising dinner is tonight. It's all sold out. It's been sold out for quite a while. Amazing success, thanks to John Queenan, Mary, and the leadership of many others. They've raised over $450,000 for this fellowship. Amazing work. Congrats. Speaking of leaders, I went to the leadership course that SMFM puts out just for us in MFM. It changed my life. I discovered many things. One of them, that my number one strength is being a learner. And that's what I like to do. I like to study very hard. I like to do research on it. I like to read as much as I can and then publish it, disseminate it, write about it. It's amazing how powerful it is to know who you are and what you're good at. Go to this course. Idalin, it's an amazing teacher, one of the best I've ever met, and an expert in leadership, as are Dan and Mike, our leaders. Go to the next meeting. You won't regret it. All of you as MFMs are leaders. You have to go. Government Relations Committee, they do a great job. We lobbied Washington all year long, and I can tell you personally, I've never met so many senators and representatives in my whole life. We had many congressional briefings on medicine in pregnancy, on preterm birth, and many others. And we lobbied Congress also for NICHD and funding for research for our mothers and babies and ever better outcomes. The Health Policy Committee has been very busy, publications, conferences, workshops, and future bundles. And I want to make sure that you understand that this is not a photoshopped image of George. It actually looks this good. Association for Maternal Fetal Medicine Management, AMFMM, a gem of an association, maybe our best kept secret. They do practice, the business part of MFM practice. You should sign up for them. You should sign up for the RVU study, a great study that I think will revolutionize how we see our practice. Our own MP is going to go to the Advanced Practitioner Workshop, and you should also go to their great conference in October. I also went to the Coding Committee a couple of years ago. In the 9 months after that, legally and in compliance, the same MFMs in our division billed 1 million more compared to the 9 months the year prior. I think 1 million is enough said. You should go. It's a great course. You should also tell your fellows to sign up for the fellowship, and you should make use of the coding manual and give it to your business partners. We have so much going on at SMFM that we felt we needed to communicate to you more frequently. We had 4-ish in 2013. We had 20 last year. So we're now coming out every 2 weeks. And this is thanks to the great work that Priya and her team have done. Tremendous work. Some of this news also go to Facebook and Twitter through the External Communication Committee. And Alice and her team have done an amazing, amazing job. Last year, our media coverage got to over 50 million readers, got over 12 million in value. If you go back 5 years prior to that, it was less than 200,000. We're growing by leaps and bounds. We were in the New York Times several times, and we were everywhere else in the media. You name it, TV, radio, IT, computer, web, newspapers, magazines. Great job. We have 3 committees that put it all together for us. Bill and his informatics committee do great work supporting all other committees. They gave us a new website, support a lecture series, publications, communities, the newsletter, and the courses, one of which, the latest one on critical care, got rave reviews just this fall. We have a balanced budget, and not all institutions can claim that. We're solid financially, and that's despite the fact that we have ever more staff, more committees, more task forces, more meetings and courses, more scholarships and grants than ever before. So thank you to Alfred, his predecessors, and his great team. These are the leaders at the helm of SMFM. We exchanged thousands of emails. We had dozens of conference calls. We made hundreds of decisions, and I knew we would make better ones because Brian, Laura, Alfred, and Brian were there to keep us straight. Thank you. Special thanks go to Dan O'Keefe. As you all know, he's the engine who makes SMFM run, and also to Pat Starr and her team, Chris, Debbie, Terry, Beth, and Julie. They're the ones who make her dreams, or crazy dreams, come true and become realities. So thank you to all of you. Now is my honor to give out the SMFM Lifetime Achievement Award to honor a member who has contributed significantly to the Society and its mission. Look at this wow list. It's an amazing list. It's an honor to select such a leader. But it was easy for me this year, actually. Why did I select this year's winner? I selected him because he cares. He's a great mentor. As you can see, he gives feedback. He's actually not afraid at all to give feedback. This is the introduction of this paper from over 15 years ago. I'm not going to show you the material methods because I will be even more embarrassed. But it's through help of mentors like that. That's a mentor you want. You don't want somebody who just pats you in the back. You want somebody who pushes you forward and makes you a better person, and he did, certainly. With his help, eventually this paper was published, and after many, many more data after this paper, I think we changed the world a little bit and maybe saved some babies on the way. He's an example to follow. He's a genius. Lynn Simpson said it well to me a couple years ago. He thinks at a different level. His love for SMFM is infectious. He's completely in love with the Society. You would have a much better president today in front of you if it wasn't for him and infected me with such a passion for this Society. His number of publications is extremely impressive. I don't really know anybody who's had more plenaries and #1 abstracts at this meeting ever before. But perhaps most impressive is the number of mentees he has had, the chairman sitting here, the division directors, the leaders here in the US and abroad. He has changed my life. I would be a private obstetrician in Manhattan if it wasn't for him. During the interview, as you can imagine, he talked about the Eagles the whole time, so I don't really know how I got the fellowship. He's a good and generous and altruistic person. When I was a fellow, he gave me his car to borrow. My car had been stolen. He didn't realize that was for several months. I'm going to ask Livia to come up here. She's my niece, my sister's daughter. He has saved and improved so many lives through research education, but through direct clinical care. My sister here was told over 19 years ago to terminate the pregnancy. She came over from Italy, and he performed tests and gave counseling so that she continued the pregnancy, and if it wasn't for him, her and her sister, I don't think would be around today. So, thank you, Livia, for coming here and sharing this with me. Thank you. So he works hard, great successes. He also plays hard. He plays hard and he's always impeccably dressed. So I have the envelope, since you don't know really who it is, but I'm going to give it to him. The great, the one, the SMFM Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Ron Wapner. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You sit back.
No problem. Now to what we've been waiting for all along, the meeting. Brian, Metin, you can take over. Thank you, everyone.